Still can't get up on time. I did 12 hours of driving yesterday. And this is as fast as I could get to work today. So there's that. I don't know what's happening. It feels Monday. Does it feel Monday to you? It feels very Monday to me. I decided to turn the camera today, show a different view. Let's see when everybody shows up. Let's see. Oh, good morning. Good morning. We're here. Okay. Does anybody else want to just go back to bed? I got up at 5. I did my writing. Did some organizing of some things. And now I'm ready to go back to bed. I don't know about everybody else, but let's call it a day. It's gonna be great. I am back in bed. I wish. I had a great birthday. It was very lovely. It was a lot of bebopping. I was driving probably 12 hours, I think yesterday. I don't know. Too many hours. But in between, I got to stop and see my mom and my sister and the gang, and then came home and then had another get together with the kids and my mom. So yeah, it was lovely. I had a great time. I'm just super tired. I did see the kids, which was nice. I made them play a game with me. They were like, what do you mean we're playing a game? I'm like, we're gonna play a game. It's a new game. It's an app game. It's called Impostor. And it's a fun game to play with kids. Was there cake? Yes, I made a cake. Actually, now that you say it, there's cake in the fridge. They did. Everybody was very sweet, very kind. We had a good time. It feels like all a blur because I was barely awake. It's a board game too? Really? Is it? Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you, Julie. Did you say an app? Not a board game. Yeah, but I guess it's a board game as well, according to Tanya. But it's an app. If you go to the App Store and you just put in Impostor, and it's listed under family games, and it has thousands and thousands of like great reviews. And it's just a fun game, and it's the whole point is to lie really well, which is great for families. Okay, that's the whistle. Okay. I'm making some tea so I can get my voice back. I think that my body is just tired. So give me a second. Girl, I made a bagel. Gonna sit, relax. Is it like 2 truths and a lie? No. It's kind of funny. It's easier to play it. It's easier to understand once you play it. But basically, there were 7 of us last night, and so one person is the imposter. So you put all the players into the game, and then it shuffles them. And then you click on it, it'll say like category is sports. And then, so if I'm looking at it, it says category sports. And then it'll say, you click on it, and then say it says football. Okay, then I pass it to Jason, then he clicks on his name, and it should say category sports, football. Well, it's gonna say that for everybody, except for the imposter. It's gonna say category sports, and then when they click on it, it's gonna say imposter. So they don't know the word is football. And then you have to start the game. It'll tell you, oh, we're gonna start with Joe or Dean or whoever. It'll randomly pick somebody to start with. And then and then the imposter has to try to figure out what the word is. Lie, based on the other clues that people are giving. Like they'll know that the category is sport, but they don't know that it's football. And you don't want to help the imposter to lie. So like if the word was sport, you can only give one word. It's kind of like password. So you can only give one word, but you wouldn't say like tackle, because you'd be like, it's football, right? So you would say, like if we're here in Philadelphia, you might say green for like the Eagles. Or you might say pads. You'd be like, or grass, right? Or turf, right? Because there's a lot of sports you might play on turf, right? So you don't want to give it away. So yesterday, one of the words was the word was post office. So somebody said like delayed. And you were like, okay. So I was like, okay, so post office is like, so I said angry, because I don't know about you, but it's like the DMV at our post office. But if somebody goes like postal, right, so I said angry. And then somebody was like paper, stamp. I was like, and then Brooke's like, I'm the imposter, it's post office. And I was like, that you're not supposed to help. But the thing is, if you don't know the word, so you have to start trying to guess like what it is based on everybody. So I was the imposter one game, and Dean goes first, and he says apple. I was like, apple, right? And then it was Brooke, and then it was my turn, and then so you have to stay in the right vein, and then you have to see like if people are. So he says apple, and I was like, and then Brooke says red. I was like, apple, red. So I was like, happy. And then everybody started cracking up. Like, it'll be obvious if the imposter doesn't know. Does it go around until the imposter gets it? No. Well, that's the thing. Brooke shouldn't have said that. So what happens is you go around, you can go around one time, or you can go around twice, and everybody just says a word. And so like, say there were 7 people, and we all said a word. And sometimes you can't tell, because somebody will just get lucky with their word. And then you go, okay, you can get your pointer ready. And you go 3, 2, 1, and then you point to whoever you think the imposter is. And so you win the game if nobody is pointing to you as the imposter. And so, so at one point, it was Jason was the imposter, but we didn't know. But it also called for him to go first, and we were like, but we didn't know that. So it just said, game's gonna start, and then it went to Jason first, and the word was battery. That was the secret word. And so I was like, okay, trying to figure out what everybody's gonna say, and then it goes to Jason first, and he goes, pizza, and we're like, okay, we know who it is. And he was like, well, why would the game put me first? Why would it make me the imposter and then make me go first? Like, that just seems like a flaw in the system. We were like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's you. We don't have to play the game. It was really funny. So it's just a fun game if you decide that you want to play it. So it's a fun game you could play with adults, but it's a good family game. If you're looking for something to do when the fam gets together. But then every once in a while, there'll be somebody who's just really horrible at giving clues, and you're like, it's It's either you or you. And you know that one of them is the imposter and one is actually playing the game and they're just horrible clue giver. And then you can change it. So you can change it so there's like still 7 players, but there are 2 imposters. You could play 7 people and have 6 imposters, and then you would have no idea. I learned how to play Clue this weekend. I'd never played it before. Elijah, have you never played Clue? It's a classic. What about Life? I just love games, so I wanted my kids to play. So that's what we did. Blank Slate is funny. So that was yesterday. We love Catan. Yeah, I've never actually played Catan, but it is the #1 board game in the world. Most people have never even heard of it, which is funny since it's #1 and it's $80. But you can't like kind of play Catan. Like you have to be in it, and there's agriculture. Like once you say agriculture, I'm out. I don't know what we're talking about. So it's like done. The other one, okay, I'm gonna ask you a question about board games, and I wanna know if we're all on the same page, that this game sounds like no fun, and I don't think any women played it, so here are your clues. It's not fun. Women didn't play this game. So AKA, men love this game. What is the game I'm talking about? It's a board game from like 70s, 80s. What is the game? Oh, that's another one. Risk is one of them, but there's another one. You're right. I forgot about Risk. I didn't play that either. No, I loved Othello. Well, Dungeons and Dragons, but that's not really a board game. Love Battleship. Maybe I made it up. Joey, everybody loved Monopoly. Everybody loves Connect 4. Gail got it. Stratego. But Risk was kind of the same. I don't know. I've never played them. Didn't you guys? But you're right, I've never played Risk. I don't even know what it is. There were like worlds involved, and I was like, I'm out. I don't know. I barely know where I am. I don't know. Yeah, what is Stratego? Exactly. Everybody knows. Yeah, Trouble was my shit. You're not wrong. Remember Trouble? And you hit the thing, and it would bounce up. Trouble was a great game. There's another one that we used to play, and what was this one called? And you'd have to go around the board, and then you'd go up this single thing, and then land in the bubble. What is it called? I can see the whole board. You know what I'm talking about? Was it Sorry? Sorry, you'd have to go around the board, and then there'd be like a single thing, and then there was like a circle. Maybe that was Sorry. Was it Sorry? Yeah. Loved Parcheesi. Girl, Mousetrap was my dream. I was like, let's put it together. I loved it. Hungry Hippos, all of it. Yeah, and I had Game Trouble. I was like a bubble and hit it. And they would. Kids don't get this. Kids don't get these games. They'd be like, we could only talk to people that lived in our neighborhood. That was our social network. Wherever your family decided to live, those were your friends now. Mm-hmm. Oh, what was the one with the apples? Apples to apples? With the bushel? That wasn't the original. You're right. What was the apple? It wasn't called apples to apples. Apples to apples is new. This one had a barrel and you put apples in it. What was that called? Gosh, boom. That just all those little cherries. Hi-ho cherry? Was it hi-ho cherry-o? Maybe it wasn't apples. Maybe it was cherries. I never read. Mm-hmm. Hi-ho cherry-o. Mm-hmm. I forgot about monkeys in the barrel, those little, and they all had the arm. Mm-hmm. Wingspan, no. Mm-mm. No, but think about it, like, if a kid has a friend, that friend could live an hour away, and they just communicate on texts and all kinds of stuff. That was not an option. The friends you had were the ones that lived what we call down the street in the development. And God forbid they live one development over. You were basically going on tour. They're like, what do you mean they live in the next development? Yeah, I'm gonna just walk over there. Oh no, you're not. You're not going to that development. Mm-mm. You stay in this development. Mm-mm. In the neighborhood. Mm-mm. No. It's a big deal. And girl, you got a bike. Oh, you was going places. These kids look like, I'll Uber to my friend. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Where are you going? Let's go out. It's beautiful. Let's get out. Everybody out. Go. Go chase some squirrels. Go. Go. Hit it. Let's go. I said, oh, you want two kisses. You want kisses first. All right, go outside. Let's go outside. Get out of the house. You better get out of this house. Get out there. Yeah. We used to play poker as kids with my parents. That was the best. I said to Jason, I was like my sisters and I, when we were like high school, we were like, oh, all these boys, they want to come over and hang out with us because we were 3 girls, all teenagers. So these boys would come over. They're like, are your parents around? Do they want to play poker? We were like, what? Like, they just want to come hang out with my parents. My dad was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're playing jacks are better to open, twos are wild, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, Dad, we're trying to make out with these boys. He's like, everybody ante up? Okay, so our dad took our boyfriends. Yeah. Our friends loved it. Mm-hmm. So funny. So funny. I used to play poker for Splenda packets for my niece. That's really funny. We used to play for money, quarters, nickels, pennies. High stakes, Lorene, high stakes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, but I was scared all the boys away and didn't use any words. I could see that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just cream cheese and jelly. Yesterday I realized that most of the day all I had was sugar. It was my birthday. So I had cake and candy and soda and then more candy. And around 5 o'clock last night, I was like, this is it now. I need to stop eating sugar. Like, the tables have turned and all I'm eating is sugar. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Tomorrow is a new day and I will not have sugar. And then for breakfast, I had a Tootsie Roll. And I thought, I think I have a problem. I think this requires an intervention. So right now I'm trying to eat this bagel with cream cheese with a jelly that has no sugar. But I'll probably have a Tootsie Roll right after it. I mean, that's real. I'm in detox. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The Tootsie Roll was an appetizer. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kezia, you would like this. This is called Pollen or All Fruit. It's really good. It's sweetened only with fruit juice. I think that means no sugar. Yeah. No, I'm wrong. It has sugar. This is not true. It's a lie. That's why I like it. Yeah. Tootsie Rolls are gluten-free, Mary. You know what's not gluten-free, and I would love to just eat some? Licorice. Filled with gluten. Mm-hmm. Yes, Ryan, I was born on 28. Oh, you wanted to talk about old men. Thank you, Andrea. Oh my gosh, Andrea bought me a knife. It sounds worse than it is. She bought me a Cutco. I was gonna say a Costco knife. Mm-hmm. Content creator, what's your message to new viewers? Get out. Do not hang out here. You will learn nothing. There'll be a lot of conversations about underwear that you're gonna be uncomfortable with. So keep that in mind. Swedish fish are gluten-free. We have that. Mm-hmm. Old men, let's talk about it. And I don't mean like old men. Here we go. So, this weekend, I'm down in Myrtle Beach doing some stand-up. And I started noticing that anytime I'm down in Myrtle, September, October time, there's still, because it's like still summer, so there are still men coming to these shows in like cargo shorts, but they're all probably average age 65, so there's maybe some youngins, but it's mostly skewed to an older audience. Fine. Why is that important? Because I will be up on stage doing my stand-up at work, trying to focus, and these old men show up with shiny legs. Old man shiny legs. Like, girl, like a baby's butt. Like, girl, I could shave 2 seconds ago and my legs will still never be this shiny. I don't know what happens to men's legs, but I think the testosterone pulls as they get reduced and lower and lower in their head and their feet. There's no more, I don't want to say that. There's no more testosterone in their legs and head. I really just had to, I just edited myself real. You're welcome. Anyway, they got no hair on their legs. And your typical old man, shiny legs and all. Yeah, it's real funny. And so I was thinking about, you know, do you remember, like, so, right, I'm in my 50s now. And like, I think that like, Jason's like salt and pepper hair. He got like I got old lady vibe. He got like old man vibe. But I think it's very attractive. Okay? I can dig me like a man in their 50s now. When I was in my 20s, I'd be like, oh, disgusting, right? So like, at what, am I not on the right Wi-Fi? All right, hold on, stay right there. All right, let me try this. See if that's better. Is it better? Okay. You'll have to tell me. I don't see any comments moving. I am a looker, Lorene. Uh-huh. All right, is it better? Okay, good. So here's my question. At what age, ladies, do you remember, was there like a certain time that your body, because if you were in your 20s and you saw a 50-year-old, you were like, that's disgusting. At what age did it really start to tip the scales where you started being attracted to men that were, okay, so Kezzy was like in my late 40s. Is that how long it takes until, like, I feel like with women, right, the closer we get to, like, so if I was in my 20s, I was interested in guys, well, in my 20s, I was interested in guys in their late 20s, right? Because I feel like there's a maturity, right? Right? She said, I'm still waiting. I'm 38. I think you're too young, Trina. I don't think it's you're not in the bracket. Somebody wants to come in. You're not in the bracket, right? I think it's in mid to late 40. I think it's late 40s, 48-ish. When I'm out with my husband, I always point out to men with their salt and pepper hair. Yeah. See, Brian said, I can't find anyone. But here's the question. Let me go feed these dogs. Hold on. Think about that for a second. Uh-oh. There's no food in here. God forbid somebody puts the dog food in the food can. Go eat. All right. I asked that because I'm 46, I'm not there yet. I do like older men than me, so 10 to 15 years older than me. True story, I'm almost 54, my Spanish neighbor, she just turned 36, and she can't get enough of me. And I'm flattered and humbled and confused sometimes, but I think it's just Gen X in me. Okay. Related to this says, I'm at the age where I can date you or your dad. See, you're not wrong. Alejandra, right? So you like in your 30s? Mid 30s? Yeah, like 38. Right? Yeah, I look through the apps and I'm like, damn, he looks good for 48. Men don't date women they're until they're in their 60s. Yeah, well, CJ, that was my next question. Because I was talking about when I was on the dating apps, there were no men in their 50s on the dating apps. Because all the men in their 50s were filtering and looking for girls in their 30s. And I was just like, oh, that's right. They still living in a special place where they still think they're attractive. Oh, okay. Right? I'm 63 and still don't find men attractive. Any men? Corey said, I'm 24, I find everybody attractive. Well, here's men in their 50s who are lying about you're not wrong. I think they lying about their age, their height. Come here, booby. Come down here. What happened? Come on. Come down. I have not watched the new Golden Bachelor. Have you watched it? Is it creepy? Like everybody was talking about it that first season, but I haven't heard anything. 50s looking for 30s. Damn, I went in the wrong direction. Jeremy, you gonna get punched. Oh, you gonna get punched today. Jeremy tried to get punched on a regular basis. I married someone 14 years older than me. I was 23, he was 37. How did that work, Aaron? Yeah, Lulu sounds like she's eating through a wall. She basically is. Do you prefer Italian men? Ryan, I've never dated an Italian man. And now that you say it, I wonder why. I think I'm too loud for an Italian man. You know, yeah, Jeremy Hall. Yeah, she said, you're almost too old for me now, Jeremy. Yeah, you better watch out, Jeremy. She's gonna be looking for a younger model. Goes both ways, my friend. Uh-huh. Thanks, Dragista. I just think it's funny because I was saying on stage and writing this bit about how ever since my hair went silver, I've never been hit on by more like 20-year-olds and like early 30-year-olds. And so that's what I was saying. I was like, why are these younger men, maybe they got mommy issues? I don't know, but I don't see that as much. Like I remember being in my 20s and I was like, yeah, I don't, there's nothing about like a 50-year-old man that was attractive to me. It's funny. Booby is taking her food out. I'm bringing him here and eating it right here. Younger men want somebody who can cook because they're starving. Anyone who could be a golfing buddy with my dad is a no. Newer models, here comes Jeremy. Newer models always come with more technology. Nobody wants that. I don't know, Jeremy. We do like things with batteries, so I don't know. I think you might have a lot more problems than you think you do. Yeah, see, Jeremy thinks a lot of stuff. Jeremy says a lot of stuff. And Jeremy gonna learn some stuff. How long you been on? A little bit. She looks like she'll be on the reboot of A Greek Family. I could pass for Greek, probably. This is some kind of raspberry tea. I don't know, Corey. Anyway, what's wrong with you? How come you're being so silly today? Come here. Come say hi to everybody. Up, up. Up, up. Okay. Come here. She said, I'm not ready to say hi. I know. Sigh. Jeremy thinks he's funny. Okay. It's okay. You're being silly. All right. Well, listen. It was just something I was thinking about. Because I said to Jason, I was just like, I remember there was a club in Philly. There was a whole bunch of clubs in Philly when we were in our clubbing years. And each club had like its own little flavor. There was like the preppy club, the Guido club. There was this old man club. And if nothing else was open, you would go to the old man club. And it was fine, but I just remember being in my 20s, probably like 23, maybe 22. And just being like, where are all the, like I wanted an older guy. I was like, where are all the 30-year-olds? It was either dumb guys that were my age, that were super dumb, or 50-year-olds. And I was like, where are the 30-year-olds? But they were already matched up and having kids. It was just, Do you remember Cadiddle Hoppers in Barrington? I don't remember that one, but I've heard of it, Donna. But I've never been to it. But the old man would buy your drinks. I know. And then they'd be like, where are you going? I bought you a drink. And I was like, you go. That's not too much. Too much. Old men also give car advice. You're not wrong. Mm-hmm. It was around the same time as Dancing on Air, yeah. I went to a club once and a guy licked my face. I was done. All right, Katie, I don't think you were at a club. You was at a special bar. Mm-hmm. It's a special kind of bar. Mm-hmm. That's funny. All right, Christine's like, I'm a little late. Well, it's time to go. I'm late for today. All right, listen, I gotta go. I gotta go do stuff. So we have stuff to talk about tomorrow. Lulu's camped out here by my feet. We're gonna get some stuff done. In college, I would go to old man clubs for happy hour, free drinks and better buffet. Nothing creepy about that, girl. You know. So that's it. That's for us for today, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. If you'd like, you can join our writing group early in the morning. Get some stuff done before the day gets started. We'd love to have you. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, a blessed day, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.